my dearest viewers. Today's story has a twist, a magical twist. What if I told you Cinderella didn't lose her magic at midnight? She lost her memories. As the royal clock strikes 12, her gown doesn't vanish. Her past does. Her father's voice fades. Her childhood disappears. Even her own name begins to slip away. And high above the ballroom, a cursed clock is stealing time itself. Tonight, Cinderella isn't racing home before midnight. She's racing to remember who she is before the final chime erases her forever. Stay with me, because this is not the Cinderella you think you know. The story unfolds like this. The kingdom had always trusted the grand royal clock. It stood high in the palace tower, carved from white marble and gold, its hands glittering like stars. For centuries, it had never failed. It told the hour of births and coronations, of wars and weddings. But on the night of the royal ball, it lied. A closer look reveals the complex mechanisms within. A knotty dance of gears and springs, each turn a whisper of ancient secrets. At the night of royal ball, the palace ballroom pulsates with a kaleidoscope of light and movement, a symphony of opulence and anticipation. Nobles, in their finest attire, glide across the polished floor, their laughter a soft hum beneath the waltz's elegant strains. The air crackles with an electric hum, a subtle tension building among the glittering crowd. All eyes turn as Cinderella enters, her gown shimmering with gold threads, instantly captivating every soul in the room. Glass slippers chime, she glides. The prince, surrounded by a crowd of courtiers, stands transfixed, his gaze firm as he watches Cinderella. The vibrant chaos of the ball, the lively music, and the animated chatter all begin to fade into a distant hum. For the prince, every sound and sight in the grand ballroom mixed into a singular, intense focus on Cinderella. As Cinderella moves, the world around them dissolves, leaving only the profound connection between their gazes. Among the grand ballroom's swirling dancers, Prince Arthur moves with a singular focus, his gaze piercing the crowd. His eyes, alight with an undeniable longing, lock onto Cinderella, a silent promise exchanged across the grand hall. They meet in the ballroom's heart, a magnetic pull drawing them together, their hands instinctively reaching, fingers intertwine, a spark of recognition igniting between them, a familiarity transcending their first meeting. They begin to dance, their movements a seamless, swift flow, as if they are the only two souls in existence, perfectly synchronized. They glide through the crowd, lost in a world of their own. Amidst the joyous chaos, Arthur and Cinderella share a laugh, their joyful voices a sweet melody against the grand orchestra's music. They lean in close, their conversation intimate, sharing secrets and dreams as if time has ceased to exist. A tangible, undeniable connection sparks between them, a silent understanding that transcends the bustling ballroom. The vibrant, swirling world of the ball blurs into an indistinct haze, their focus solely on each other. High above the ballroom, the magnificent grand royal clock looms, its ancient gears turning in silent vigil, unseen by the merry revelers below. A rhythmic, insistent tick, tick, tick echoes, growing unusually loud. A subtle, creeping unease descends, as the relentless ticking foretells an unseen shift in the night. In the grand ballroom, the evening deepens, alive with the vibrant symphony of music and laughter. Cinderella, amidst the whirling dancers, feels a faint, unsettling tug within her chest. It is not the familiar dread of midnight's approach, a shadow she knows too well, but a strange, new sensation, a chilling feeling that grips her heart, like something precious, something vital, is slowly slipping away from her grasp. Her eyes, wide with a strong fear, scan the dazzling crowd, seeking an answer to this sudden unease. In the grand palace ballroom, Arthur, his eyes sparkling with curiosity, leans in, awaiting a name. His voice, a gentle inquiry, asks,
"And your name, my lady?"
Cinderella's lips part, but no sound escapes. A silent struggle etched on her face. A flicker of confusion crosses her features, her brows furrowing slightly as she hesitates. A strong fear begins to surface in her wide, expressive eyes, trapping her words. She closes her eyes, seeking solace in a forgotten lullaby, a desperate attempt to grasp a fleeting melody. The melody is fractured, mysterious, like smoke slipping through her fingers. Her childhood home, once vibrant, now a blurred memory, distant and indistinct at the edge of her mind. Under the cloak of night, the palace tower looms, an imposing shadow outline against the moonlit sky. Suddenly, the grand royal clock begins to stir, its gears groaning with an ominous weight. The clock strikes once, not with a clear chime, but a single, unsettling thud that rattles the stillness. The hollow sound echoes through the quiet night, a chilling echo that hangs heavy in the air. The silence that follows is thick with an unspoken dread, amplifying the clock's unsettling message. The grand palace ballroom, once radiant, succumbs to a creeping gloom as midnight strikes. Magnificent chandeliers, ablaze moments ago, dim to a sickly flicker, casting eerie shadows. Long, skeletal shadows stretch across the polished marble, distorting the elegant architecture into monstrous forms. A sharp, aching emptiness begins to spread through her, a contrast to the dazzling exterior. The waiting carriage outside, a symbol of her temporary escape, offers no comfort from her growing internal void. This emptiness is far more terrifying than any rags she once wore, a deep abyss opening within her soul. The grand ballroom, once vibrant with music, now feels oppressive, its silence weighing heavily on Cinderella. Her eyes wide with a sudden, desperate urgency, she grips her gown, a silent plea in her gaze. Arthur, sensing her distress and confusion, looks on, his brow furrowed with concern.
"What?"
Cinderella's voice, a sudden whisper of dread, cuts through the tension.
"What is my stepmother's face?"
In the palace ballroom, her eyes dart nervously, her breath catching in her throat. A tremor runs through her as she presses her hands to her temples, a silent scream of panic building. Her brow furrows, a desperate struggle for a memory that escaped from her mind, her composure crumbling. The grand ballroom, once a dream, now feels like a gilded cage as fear engulfs her. Her lips part, a confession of despair escaping.
I can't remember it."
A single tear traces a path down her cheek, reflecting the ballroom's dazzling, yet now mocking, lights. The colossal grand royal clock looms against the inky night sky, its silent presence dominating the palace tower. Suddenly, a deep, resonant chime echoes across the landscape, a solemn herald of time's passage. The second chime, heavier, and more chilling than the first, echoes, sending shivers through the air. The clock, a god of time, now pulses with an ominous glow, its mystery deepening under the night sky. In the grand palace ballroom, Cinderella's mind drifts, lost in a haze of fading memories. A fleeting image of her father's hearty laugh shimmers, then dissolves into oblivion. His joyous sound, once a comfort, now echoes in a silent, empty space within her. Her childhood home garden, a place of vibrant greens, begins to blur at the edges. Familiar flowers and winding paths melt into an unrecognizable, indistinct patch of color. The once cherished landscape transforms into a featureless void, a touching symbol of her loss. In the grand ballroom, Cinderella's name feels like a fragile whisper, threatening to vanish into the grand space. Her eyes widen, a dawning horror reflected in their depths as she struggles to comprehend the unfolding reality. A deep breath steadies her, but the fear in her eyes remains, contrast to the festive surroundings. She utters, her voice barely a whisper. A chilling realization dawns upon her.
This isn't the magic fading, it's something else.
In the opulent palace ballroom, a shimmering flash of pale blue light erupts beside Cinderella, drawing all eyes. The light coalesces, revealing the fairy godmother, her form flickering as if struggling to maintain her presence. Her once vibrant appearance is now frail, a contrast to her usual magical glow. The cheerful manner she once wore is replaced by an expression of profound, chilling concern. A deep, unsettling worry etches lines upon her face, hinting at an unseen, looming danger. Her gaze, usually filled with joy, now holds a grave warning that chills the festive air. In the grand ballroom, the fairy godmother's face is pale and drawn as she approaches, a whisper of sorrow in her eyes. Her gaze, heavy with a deep, unspoken sadness, meets mine, a silent plea hanging in the air. She whispers, her voice breaks as she reveals the chilling truth. "Oh, my brave child, the clock has been cursed. It does not mark time anymore. It steals it." The fairy godmother gestures toward the grand clock, its polished brass gleaming under the chandeliers of the ballroom. Her gaze, filled with dark power, fixes on the ancient wall clock, its complex gears hinting at forgotten tales. She recounts, her voice echoing the timekeeper's growing despair. Long ago, an enchanter, the royal timekeeper, served this kingdom, but he grew bitter, his talents unrecognized.
In his rage, he bound his very soul to this grand clock.
She reveals, a chill in her tone.
His curse? If he could not control the future, he would erase the kingdom's past.
A hush falls as she reveals the curse had slept for years, dormant and forgotten, its power biding its time. Her eyes, filled with profound wisdom, flicker between Cinderella and Arthur, a silent acknowledgement of their bond. A knowing smile plays on her lips, emphasizing the immense, unspoken power of their connection. Her voice rings out, clear and echoes.
But true love awakened it.
In the grand ballroom, the fairy godmother's eyes widen, filled with an urgent plea as she gestures toward the grand clock. The ornate clock's hands tick with sinister intent, casting long, jealous shadows across the polished floor. Her voice, a whisper of magic and warning, cuts through the air.
Love bends time.
She completes her pronouncement with a fierce gaze.
And the clock cannot bear what it cannot command.
The grand ballroom, once vibrant, now feels heavy with a chilling silence, the echoes of past laughter long gone. Each echo's strike of the ornate clock on the wall seems to steal a piece of Cinderella's past, tightening the air. Cinderella's face is a mask of fear and desperation, her eyes wide with a dawning horror. The fairy godmother stands beside her, her face etched with deep concern, a gentle hand resting on Cinderella's shoulder.
By the 12th chime you will forget everything. Arthur, yourself, your entire existence.
She stands tall, her earlier panic replaced by a steely resolve that shines in her eyes. Her gaze, once filled with fear, now holds in firm determination, a silent promise to herself. A newfound strength radiates from her, transforming her presence amidst the grandeur of the ball. With a voice firm and clear, Cinderella commands,
Take me to the tower.
Arthur, without a moment's hesitation, takes Cinderella's hand, a silent promise in his gaze. They run through the emptying palace hallways, their figures a blur against the dimming corridors. Cinderella's shimmering gown flows behind her, a silver flame dancing in the shadows. In the grand palace hallways, her steps delays with each dark chime of the clock. Her once graceful movements become unsteady, a visible struggle against an unseen force. A cloud of momentary confusion darkens her beautiful face, a fleeting shadow of distress. With every chime, a precious piece of her memory seems to dissolve into the air, lost forever. Her eyes widen, a dawning horror as she realizes the magic is swiftly fading, leaving her vulnerable. The grand royal clock tower looms against the night sky, a colossal silhouette of time and fate. Its massive gears groan, a metallic symphony of impending doom as it prepares to strike the hour. A deep echo's thud rebounds through the quiet palace, a chilling echo in the stillness of the night. Cinderella's face is illuminated, her eyes wide with a fleeting memory, a flicker of past joy or sorrow. Her eyes widen almost gradually at the sound, a silent tremor of fear or recognition. The sound increases, a harsh march of time that seems to pull her into its inescapable grip. Cinderella glides through the palace hallways, her every movement radiating a delicate grace. Her gaze drifts to her hands, now smooth and unblemished, a contrast to her former life. She recalls the rough, dirt-ingrained texture that once defined her existence. The memory of ashes, once so familiar, now feels alien, a distant echo. A void exists where a physical sensation used to be, a ghost of her past life. Her expression shifts, a subtle mix of wonder and a lingering sense of disbelief. The palace tower looms against the cold night sky, a silhouette of ancient power. Each subsequent strike of the clock grows louder than the previous. The sound seems to pierce the very fabric of the night, a chilling intrusion. The air itself seems to thicken, heavy with the weight of each echoing chime. Memory begins to unravel, accelerated by the harsh, piercing strikes of the clock. In the palace hallways, Cinderella glides with a distant gaze, her beauty a contrast to her inner turmoil. The grand surroundings reflect off her eyes, yet her mind is elsewhere, detached from the lavish present. No trace remains of her stepmother's cruelty, no sting of past words, no echo of injustice. The memories of her suffering have vanished, leaving an unsettling void in their wake. Instead of relief, an aching hollowness resides where her painful past once was, a profound emptiness. Her serene expression masks a profound, quiet despair, a soul adrift in newfound, unsettling peace. In the palace hallways, Prince Arthur whispers urgently, his voice a lifeline of concern. His hand clasps hers tighter, a desperate attempt to ground her in the fleeting present. He fights against the encroaching oblivion, his gaze pleading as he whispers,
Stay with me.
His words hang in the air, a fragile anchor against the overwhelming tide of despair. Tears stream down Cinderella's face, her breath ragged as she clutches desperately at him in the palace hallways. Her fingers dig into his arm as if he is her only anchor to a fracturing reality. Her eyes, wide with desperation, search his for an answer, a flicker of recognition. With a raw, pleading voice, Cinderella asks,
Tell me who I am.
Prince Arthur gazes into her eyes, his own filled with firm love and devotion. He speaks softly, his voice echoing with deep affection.
You are kind. You are brave. You are the girl who forgives, even when the world gives you no reason to.
The palace tower looms against the night sky, a silhouette of ancient power. Suddenly, the 11th strike booms, a deafening sound that echoes through the foundations. The air around the colossal clock shimmers, crackling with an unseen, potent force. A malevolent light begins to glow from the clock face, pulsing with sinister energy. The intensity of the light grows, casting eerie shadows that dance across the ancient stone. The entire palace seems to tremble, caught in the grip of this strong, dark power. Tears stream down Cinderella's face, a river of sorrow reflecting the searing pain of memory loss. Her expression twists with the crushing emotional weight of her fading identity. A fleeting second of recognition flickers in her eyes, a desperate spark against the encroaching darkness. Her heart, against all odds, responds to Arthur's words, a fragile echo of a forgotten love. Yet, even as her heart stirs, her mind continues to dim, the memories slipping away like sand. The palace hallways seem to close in around her, mirroring the loss within her own mind. They burst into the clock tower, the vast, echoing space swallowing their hurried breaths. The clock's colossal face pulses with an unnatural, eerie light, casting long, dancing shadows. Its luminous glow illuminates the complex, ancient gears and mechanisms within, a silent, ticking heart. The air hums with unseen energy, the tower itself a living, breathing mystery. Within the clock's glass casing, a mesmerizing ballet of shadows swirls and dances, a silent, delicate performance. These are not mere shadows, but ephemeral fragments of laughter, fleeting echoes of joyful moments, snippets of lullabies, gentle whispers from the past, drift and intertwine with the ghostly memories. The ghost of forgotten birthdays flickers like trapped fireflies, each luminescence a lost memory. Each radiant spark is forever bound within the harsh, ticking mechanism, an emotional reminder of time's passage. Inside the towering clock tower, Cinderella stands before the huge clock mechanism, its gears glowing with delicate light. Her gaze is fixed on the complex workings, a profound sorrow etched on her face. The rhythmic ticking of the clock echoes, a constant reminder of time's harsh passage. Each cog and gear seems to reflect her past, trapping her memories within its cold, metallic embrace. A single tear traces a path down her cheek, a silent sign of her enduring pain. She whispers, her voice barely audible above the clock's hum. In the clock tower, the fairy godmother raises her wand, her hand trembling with immense effort as her form begins to flicker. Her delicate presence wavers, a desperate struggle against an unseen force, her light dimming with each tremor. She whispers, her voice strained.
The curse feeds on regret, on pain.
A profound sadness crosses her face, mirroring the truth of her words as she struggles to maintain her presence. Her eyes, filled with ancient wisdom and sorrow, convey the weight of her fading power and the curse's grip. With a final, desperate sigh, she declares,
It believes sorrow is what defines us.
The colossal clock tower looms, its ancient gears grinding with an ominous, slow rhythm. The 12th chime begins to resonate, a heavy, drawn-out sound that fills every corner of the tower. Its deep, booming echoes signal the imminent and complete erasure of Cinderella's past. The air thickens with fear as the final, lingering fade into an unsettling silence. Inside the towering clock tower, the rhythmic ticking of time echoes, a harsh drumbeat in the silence. Cinderella steps forward, her face alight with an unshakable, fierce resolve. Her eyes, once hesitant, now burn with a newfound strength and firm determination. A single, powerful word escapes her lips, echoing with defiance. Inside the towering clock tower, a malevolent shadow begins to stir, its form a shifting darkness. A husky hiss, thick with danger, emanates from the coiling shadow, filling the dim space. The shadow writhes, a living nightmare, its edges blurring and reforming in the faint light. Its form expands, a terrifying entity taking shape, its presence chilling the very air. From the depths of the darkness, a voice, cold and ancient, echoes.
Without your suffering, you are nothing.
The shadow pulsates with evil power, its taunt hanging heavy in the oppressive silence. Inside the towering clock tower, Cinderella closes her eyes, a silent prayer forming on her lips. She takes a deep, fortifying breath, gathering her strength and conviction. Her stance is firm, embodying a newfound resolve as she declares. Her voice rings with firm determination, echoing through the vast space.
I am not my sorrow. I am my choices.
In the dim, hallowed light of the clock tower, a solitary figure stands, bathed in a soft, delicate glow. Memories flicker like distant stars, replaying moments of profound kindness, a silent sign of an unyielding spirit. Each brief image, though unclear, strengthens the resolve, painting a tapestry of flexibility against the encroaching shadows. The air hums with the echo of past choices, every instance of rising above bitterness, a quiet victory. A profound inner strength radiates, a hope in the twilight. The huge clock tower stands majestically against the night sky, its shadow a hope of enduring time. Inside the clock tower, the echoing tick-tock of the clock mechanism reverberates through the vast space. Cinderella stands, a figure of quiet strength, her gaze fixed inward, lost in profound thought. A profound realization dawns upon her, illuminating her features with an ethereal glow. An invisible, palpable weight lifts from her shoulders, freeing her spirit and bringing a serene smile to her lips. With a gentle exhalation, she whispers to herself, her voice a soft, resonant melody. I forgive you. The 12th chime rings out in the clock tower, its final note hanging heavy in the air. Suddenly, the chime shatters mid-air, Silenced as if by an unseen, powerful force, a brilliant, pure light erupts from Cinderella's chest, far brighter than any known magic. The intense light instantly engulfs the entire clock tower, transforming the darkness into a dazzling spectacle. The huge clock face shatters, its golden surface spiderwebbing with cracks, a sign of change. Trapped memories burst forth like a cascade of shimmering stars, swirling around Cinderella. The luminous fragments dance, a cosmic ballet of forgotten moments, enveloping her in their glow. Like a celestial embrace, the memories return to Cinderella, restoring what was lost. Within the clock's shadowed depths, a piercing, agonizing scream rends the air, echoing through the tower's ancient stone. With a final, silent shudder, the shadow dissipates into a swirling cloud of fine dust. The dust motes dance in the faint light, the last vestiges of its vanquished power. In the clock tower, a sudden, chilling silence descends, the rhythmic ticking abruptly ceasing. A soft, ethereal, whirring sound breaks the stillness as the hands gently reset themselves with precision. They align perfectly, pointing to a new, honest midnight, a symbol of a fresh beginning. Cinderella stands before the monumental clock, her shimmering gown catching the dim, sacred light. Her breath is calm, her fractured memories now whole, healed, and beautifully restored. The morning sun streams into the palace ballroom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air like a lingering dream. A soft, magical hum still vibrates in the atmosphere, a sign of last night's enchantment. Cinderella and Prince Arthur stand together, bathed in the warm, golden light, a silent promise hanging between them. The rhythmic tick of a royal grand clock underscores Cinderella's heartfelt whisper,
I remember everything.